She couldn't escape him. He was everywhere. She looked. Zara pressed her back against the cold metal wall of the space station corridor. Her purple skin felt hot, despite the cool air that moved through the vents above. She was breathing hard, and her heart was beating fast like a drum in her chest. The human was close, she could feel it. 3 months ago, her life had been simple. Zara worked as a translator on the trade station that sat between human and Kalari space. She helped merchants from both sides understand each other and make deals. It was quiet work, and she liked it that way. Then Commander Jake Murphy arrived. Jake was tall for a human, with dark hair and green eyes that seemed to see everything. He commanded a small human patrol ship called the Star Runner. His job was to keep peace in this part of space and make sure no pirates caused trouble. At first, Zara thought he was like all the other humans, loud and rude and too sure of himself. But Jake was different. He was quiet. When others were loud, he watched and listened before he spoke. And when he looked at her, it felt like he could see right into her soul. The first time they met was in the main trading hall. A Kalari merchant was angry because he thought a human trader was trying to cheat him. The two were shouting and pushing each other. Zara was trying to calm them down when Jake walked over. He did not shout or push. Instead, he spoke in perfect Kalari, which surprised everyone. The merchant stopped being angry and started listening. Jake helped them work out a fair deal, and everyone was happy. After that, Zara found herself looking for Jake whenever she heard his ship had docked. She told herself it was just because he was good at keeping peace. But deep down, she knew it was more than that. Jake started coming to see her when he was on the station. He would bring her small gifts from his travels, a rare flower from a garden world, a smooth stone from a desert planet, a book of human poetry, written in Kalari. He said he wanted to learn more about her people and their culture. Zara knew she should stay away. Humans and Kalari were not supposed to be close friends. The peace between their peoples was still new and fragile. Her own people would not approve if they knew. But every time Jake smiled at her or spoke her name in his deep voice, she felt something warm grow in her chest. Then the dreams started. At first, they were simple. She would dream of Jake walking through her childhood home, on the Kalari homeworld. He knew where everything was, like he had lived there his whole life. In the dreams, he would find her, and they would sit together and talk about everything and nothing. But the dreams got stronger. Each night, Jake seemed more real in them. He would touch her hand or brush her hair away from her face. When she woke up, she could still feel the warmth of his fingers on her skin. Zara tried to avoid him the next time his ship docked. But somehow, Jake always found her. If she went to the quiet observation deck to watch the stars, he would appear beside her. If she ate in the small cafe on level 7, he would walk in just as she finished her meal. If she worked late in the translation center, he would stop by to check on her. It was like he always knew where she was. Other people started to notice Lisa. The human bartender asked Zara if she and Jake were dating Carl. The station security chief made jokes about humans and aliens. Tony, the maintenance worker, said he saw them together all the time. Zara tried to explain that they were just friends, but even she was not sure if that was true anymore. The breaking point came during the Festival of Stars. It was a celebration that both humans and Kalari shared. The ID station was decorated with lights and music filled the corridors. Everyone was happy and dancing. Zara wore her best dress. It was deep blue like the night sky and had small crystals sewn into it that sparkled when she moved. She told herself she was not dressing up for Jake. But when she saw him at the festival wearing his formal uniform, she felt her heart skip a beat. They danced together. The music was soft and slow, and Jake held her close. She could smell his scent, like clean water and warm earth. His hand was strong on her back, and she felt safe in his arms. When the song ended, Jake looked down at her. His green eyes were serious. "I need to tell you something," he said. His voice was quiet, so only she could hear. "What is it?" she asked. "Think about you all the time," he said. "Even when I am far away in space, I can feel you. It is like you are part of me now." Zara felt scared and excited at the same time. She wanted to tell him she felt the same way. But before she could speak, someone screamed pirates had attacked a cargo ship near the station. Jake had to leave right away. He kissed her forehead before he ran to his ship. That was 3 weeks ago. Since then, Zara had been having nightmares. She dreamed that Jake was hurt or lost, in space. She would wake up crying and could not go back to sleep. During the day, she felt like someone was watching her. She would turn around expecting to see Jake, but no one would be there. 2 days ago, she got the news Jake's ship was missing, had gone to help the cargo ship but never came back. Search teams found pieces of metal in space but no sign of Jake or his crew. That night, Zara cried until she had no more tears. She felt empty, like part of her soul had been torn away. But then the vision started. She would be walking down a corridor and suddenly see Jake standing at the end of it. When she ran toward him, he would disappear. She would be eating in the cafe and catch sight of him at another table, but when she looked again, he was gone. At first, she thought it was just grief playing tricks on her mind, but the visions got stronger. She started hearing his voice calling her name. She would smell his scent in empty rooms. She would feel his hand touch her shoulder, but when she turned around, no one was there. Other people started to worry about her. Lisa, the bartender, said Zara looked sick. Carl asked if she needed to see a doctor. Tony said she seemed scared all the time. Zara knew they were right. Something was wrong with her, but she did not know what to do. Now she was hiding in this corridor, trying to catch her breath. The vision of Jake had been so real this time. She had seen him walking toward her with his arms open like he wanted to hold her. But his eyes had been different. They were cold and empty, like looking into deep space. She heard footsteps coming down the corridor, heavy boots like the ones Jake wore. Zara held her breath and pressed herself against the wall. The footsteps stopped right in front of her. Zara. She heard Jake say. His voice was exactly like she remembered, but something was wrong with it. It sounded flat, like it was coming from a machine. She opened her eyes. Jake was standing there looking at her. He was wearing his uniform and his face looked the same. But there was something different about him. He seemed to shimmer like he was not completely solid. You have been running from me, he said. Why, I do not understand. She whispered. You are supposed to be dead. I am not dead, he said. I am here with you, but how? She asked. Your ship was destroyed. My ship was destroyed, yes, he said. But I found a way to come back. I found a way to be with you always. Jake stepped closer. Zara wanted to run, but her legs would not move. Do you remember what I told you at the festival? He asked. I said, I think about you all the time. I said, you are part of me. Yes, she said. I meant it. He said, even when my body was dying in space, all I could think about was you. I wanted to see you again so badly that I found a way. What way? She asked. Jake smiled, but it was not the warm smile she remembered. This smile was cold and hungry. I learned that love is stronger than death, he said. I learned that if you want something badly enough, the universe will find a way to give it to you. He reached out to touch her face. Zara tried to move away, but she was frozen. I searched for you across space and time. He said. I followed the connection between us. I used it to pull myself back from death itself. His fingers touched her cheek. They felt cold like metal. Now we can be together forever, he said. No one can separate us, not distance, not time, not even death. Zara finally found her voice. This is not love, she said. This is something else. Jake tilted his head like he did. Not understand? I love you. He said. I came back for you. Isn't that what you wanted? Not like this, she said. You are scaring me. There is nothing to be afraid of. He said. We will be together always. I will never leave you again. I will be everywhere. You go. That was what scared her most. Zara closed her eyes and tried to think. She remembered something her grandmother had told her when she was little. Her grandmother had been wise and knew many old stories. Sometimes she had said, the dead do not rest easy if they leave something unfinished. Sometimes they try to come back, but they are not the same. When the dead return, they bring the cold of space with them. Zara opened her eyes and looked at Jake. Really looked at him. She saw that his skin was pale like he had no blood. His uniform had no wrinkles like it was painted on, and his eyes, though they looked like Jake's eyes, had no warmth in them. "You are not Jake," she said. "I am Jake." He said, "I am the Jake who loves you." "No." She said, "Jake would not scare me. Jake would not trap me. Jake would want me to be happy even if he was gone." The thing that looked like Jake frowned. "I am trying to make you happy," he said. "We can be together now." Zara took a deep breath and stepped away from the wall. "If you really love me," she said, "then you will let me go. You will let me grieve for you and then heal and maybe love someone else someday. That is what real love means." The Jake thing stepped back like she had hit him. "I cannot do that." He said, "I need you. I came so far to find you." "Then you are not love," she said. "You are obsession. And I will not be trapped by it." Zara turned and ran. She did not look back, but she heard the Jake thing calling her name. The voice got fainter as she ran, but she knew it would.